Hi everyone, I'm Chris Hernandez and this is the Weekly Report, your look at news from the city of Kansas City, Missouri. On the job, good lighting keeps our workers safe, but lighting can also be expensive. KC Water's Blue River wastewater treatment plant found ways to improve lighting and save money by replacing fluorescent bulbs with LEDs and installing new LED fixtures in areas that are difficult to maintain. The $128,000 project is expected to save more than 144,000 kilowatt hours and approximately $11,000 every year. Water Services also received a $64,000 bonus from KCP&L towards that project. Now let's check in with some of our city's departments.
Hi, I'm Chris with Kansas City Animal Health and Public Safety, and this is my dog Prince. He's a Chinese crested powder puff. We adopted Prince from a shelter back in Arkansas that I used to work at. He came in as a stray after he walked into the front doors of the emergency room at the hospital. He was at the shelter for about a month and a half, and not a whole lot of people were interested in him. I didn't realize that I was interested in him until we believed that he had been euthanized one day. When I thought he was gone, my wife and I made the decision that we needed to keep him with us. So he's been with us for years now, and he's definitely my best friend. I think one of my favorite parts about being an animal control officer is I really like the idea that when people find an animal in need, that they're going to call me for assistance, that they want me to come out and help them. That's just a really cool way to be able to be involved with the community, I think.
Recently, Municipal Court installed a new automated line queuing system. We want to make everything easier and more efficient for our customers as well as even our employees. So if anyone needs to pay a ticket or get information from the cashiers, what they'll do is stop at the kiosk, select the language and the service that they need. They'll receive a printed ticket, have a seat, relax, and then wait for their number to be called. And that's when they'll go to the window.
Up and down the street. Every day, this truck and 10 others like it roll along Kansas City streets, sweeping up what's been left behind.
A lot of debris, a lot of leaves.
This is the KC Water Street Sweeper Fleet. Their goal is to sweep 15,000 curb miles each year. The most popular member of the team is the Royal Sweeper, and Will Goulden gets to drive it.
Oh, the public reaction is always great. You know, everybody smiles and waves. Sometimes it slows me down, but, you know, no problems. You know, people like to take pictures in front of it.
9 of these trucks are powered by compressed natural gas, which is better for the environment. The other 2 run on diesel. These trucks remove the trash and debris that might otherwise wash into storm drains and clog the system, which can lead to street flooding and ultimately affect water quality in Kansas City's creeks, streams, and rivers.
We get anything from leaves, trees, twigs, rocks, sand, trash, and you name it.
From April 1st to June 30th, the crews will sweep the central zone of Kansas City. That's from the Missouri River south to 89th Street. After that, it's the north zone and then south. Aside from the other drivers who get in a hurry and cut in front of the trucks, longtime sweeper Buford Logan explains another problem: homeowners who see the trucks as a leaf pickup service.
What they do is they'll see the sweeper coming, and by the time you get there, they done rake their yard, their backyard. They got the electric blowers, and they blowing that stuff out in the street.
When debris is piled up, the driver has to sweep the area more than once, which keeps him from getting to the next street on schedule. Also, there's a city ordinance that bans homeowners from blowing leaves into the street. These trucks can hold 4 cubic yards. That's about 2 pickup beds full of debris. When full, the driver calls for a dump truck.
The hopper rises up 10 feet in the air, and it slides over to the truck, and it dumps it over inside the truck. Go back down, and they go right back to sweeping again. They do this all day, 10 hours a day.
When they're done, the street does look better. But KC Water Utility Superintendent George Flores says the larger goal is water quality.
The important is that it impacts our stormwater collection system. If we're able to remove all the debris and trash before it goes inside our storm lines, it'll be easier for the treatment plants to treat the water going before it goes back into the river.
The Street Sweeper program is funded through the monthly stormwater fee, which is typically $2.50 per customer. You can log on to kcwaterservices.org to see the Street Sweeper schedule and find contact information.
The KC streetcar is here, and you're ready to ride. Here's the rider information you need to know. The KC streetcar connects the River Market to Union Station by traveling up and down Main Street and around the city market. There are 16 stops along the route, most with helpful digital kiosks. The KC streetcar runs 7 days a week, from early in the morning to late at night, and typically arrives every 10 to 15 minutes. Check the digital signs at each stop to see how long the wait will be. Wait at the stop for the next streetcar to arrive, but you won't need cash. It's free to ride. Once stopped, allow people to exit before boarding. Don't block the doorways for others. Board directly with bikes, strollers, and wheelchairs. Priority seating is available in the middle car. Bring backpacks, bags, and other personal items. Only service animals and small pets and carriers are welcome aboard. Be courteous to fellow passengers and the operator. Drinks with the lid are allowed on board, but don't bring nachos or other food. When the streetcar approaches your stop, signal the operator using the red button. Once the streetcar has stopped, press the button on the door to open. Exit safely and enjoy your day. Be smart, be safe, and enjoy the ride. Ride KC. Learn more at kcstreetcar.org.
Good morning, everyone. It is exciting to be here. I am thrilled. I think it's a beautiful day in Kansas City as well. You know, we spend a lot of time talking about big deal projects, giant things. I serve on a committee about an airport that people happen to talk about. But what I'm most excited about today is the change that we're seeing in neighborhoods, and the change we're seeing in neighborhoods like yours. You know, we spend a lot of time talking about a lot of neighborhoods throughout our district, but I think this is a vital one, and there are a lot of exciting things about it. Not only is the fact that we have amazing history in this part of Kansas City, we have amazing diversity in this part of Kansas City, and we have lots of new arrivals, new businesses, new people, new stories. This is actually the center in some ways of Kansas City and what Kansas City can be in the future. It's not just a neighborhood with some history, it's a neighborhood with a heck of a future too. And so thank you for doing all that you do in connection with that.
I want to actually leap off of a comment that Councilman Lucas just mentioned. You know, this idea of little projects. But this little project is actually a big project, because one of the things that this community has tried very hard to do is focus on nodes. Those little places, those corners where big things can happen. When those who are private investors see that the city is making a public commitment around them. And that's what we're talking about here today. Without that public commitment, I don't think we would bring in new investment. And I really believe that when this is done, people are going to be looking at these corners and they're going to be saying, this is a great place to put my money because this neighborhood is going places.
This stuff doesn't just happen overnight. It doesn't just happen because we want to come out and break ground. It happens because there are people like yourselves who are working every single day on the front line to build your community. Because at the end of the day, there are 365 days out of the year, and the residents in the community are the ones who live here, work here, and play here, and want to see their communities rebuild. And so thank you.
And today we sit on a corner that is truly a connector of our community. It is 3 neighborhoods converge right here on this corner: Independence Plaza, Scarrett, and Likens. All converge right here. It's a key corner in our community. It's a key corner in keeping us connected as a community. So I want to thank each one of you. I want to also thank the businesses that have had such a long forward vision. We have some business owners here today that I know this is exciting because they're going to see things happen that they have dreamed of.
Okay, everybody smile.
All right.
My name is Ian Mitchell. I'm a Youth Advisory Board member of the Youth Volunteer Corporation of Kansas City. And again, thank you all for coming out tonight, or this morning, sorry. Youth Volunteer Corporation, hosted by the YMCA of Greater Kansas City, is an organization that provides youth ages 11 to 18 an opportunity to participate in service activities in group settings. From planting trees in urban farms, weeding community gardens, or building nature trails, volunteering is both rewarding and fun, especially if you invite friends to come along.
What we've done is decided how do you take a national vision and a goal and actually make it local and activate it. And what we've decided to do is pick 50 priority cities across the country to really invest in and grow outdoor participation and outdoor programming in. We've been from Anchorage, Alaska to San Juan, Puerto Rico, and it's my honor to say today that Secretary Jewell has selected Kansas City as one of the priority cities. So let's move outside Kansas City.
So, you know, we used to run around and skin our knees and chase balls and fix baseball bats by by putting nails through them when they broke and taping them up. We'd come home for dinner and we'd be drenched in sweat and covered in grass and skinned up and talking about how somebody had slammed into a tree riding down the bike and how funny that was. But some of my best and fondest memories are things that we did outside, playing together, running the neighborhoods, riding our bikes, hiding amongst the woods, playing hide and seek, doing all those things. And then technology happened. And so now we have too many kids that are glued to their devices, glued to their Xboxes or whatever other device that they have, doing something in front of a computer. So I can't wait to see this take off. And I can't wait to see kids playing and moving around and doing things that make them healthier and setting a good example for us old people who've gotten too sedentary in our own ways.
I too, Mayor, was one of those kids that had to be outside. I guess that we would call free-range kids because we just free-ranged everywhere, and you didn't know you had to come in until your mom called you by your middle name. You better get in the house. So we're very excited about this partnership, and particularly excited with what's happening nationwide with the YMCAs in America being chosen as one of these great cities to advance this work. And I too, yes, Mayor, am very committed to kids. And really, we're about social responsibility as one of our three pillars of our healthy living, youth development, and social responsibility, and really making social change. We at the Y, you heard the mayor talk from the city, has a passion to this. David, we want to come beside you as we advance this, and we not only would be one of those 50 cities chosen, we want to be your best city. We want to be the best city, and when they point to what's happening, Mayor, we want them to say Kansas City is on the map because of the commitment in this audience today and beyond. So spread the word. God bless you for showing up today. Thank God for this beautiful, beautiful day. Yes, how about beautiful day? And for all of our partners, our friends, our staff, our volunteers, God bless you as we go forward. Thank you. We look forward to advancing this partnership.
You want to do this? You start planning and you do it. Smush it up. Smush it, break it up. Go this way, buddy. Turn it over. Smush this up. Come on down in here. Oh, no. Go right ahead. Keep on there.
Join Feast Magazine and KC Parks for food truck events all summer long. Each month, from May through September, we'll highlight prominent fountains and parks throughout the city, while guests enjoy food from some of Kansas City's most popular food trucks. A portion of the proceeds will go toward the City of Fountains Foundation to support our flowing treasures.
Feel like you've run out of options for lunchtime experiences or after work? Now with support of the Neighborhood Tourist Development Fund, there are new opportunities and alternatives throughout the downtown area, including new art experiences at the streetcar stops. To tell us about all of this, that's happening throughout the summer is Jessica Borowski, who is the art curator at Art in the Loop. How long has Art in the Loop been around?
Art in the Loop has been around for over 10 years and helps to support local artists to show artworks in different or exciting areas, not just the gallery or their studio, but out here in the downtown landscape.
Great. And then you have 25 artists that are participating, and are all of the artists local, and how did you go about selecting them?
So they are local artists, and it's a wide range. Artists that are emerging, artists that are more established here in Kansas City, and the way we selected them is we had a selection panel comprised of people that are not only occupants of the buildings or building owners here, as well as people from different arts organizations to kind of come to the table and select these artists. I believe we had over 40 applicants this year, and then we narrowed it down to 25 projects. So we did that process back in April, and now we've kind of started our first phase of showcasing artwork, and we'll have more artworks, the installations happening in and around the streetcar next month as well.
And what kind of experiences? Like, do we have examples? Can you show us an example? Because we're right here in the park.
Yes, so we have an example here of some of the art installation pieces, and this is actually one of many. There are more. So these are functional art objects, which means they can be touched, they can be interacted with on a more or less functional level, versus, say, some of the artwork that we have that's simply two-dimensional, and one wouldn't call that functional. This is an example of functional artwork here in the park, and there's actually more artworks in and around here in Isla Davis Park.
So this is happening throughout the summer, and it's not just here at Isla Davis. Isla Davis is one of 4 locations, or 4 main areas.
Correct, yes. So Isla Davis is one component, and this component is called Art in the Park, which we have partnered with the city in order to generate these works. The other location is 12th and Walnut at Oppenstein Brothers Memorial Park. And then we actually have artworks on the streetcar, as well as artwork at different streetcar stops. So those are kind of the main components of our total project this summer, which is Art in the Loop Connect. And the term means that we are wanting to connect all these areas together, not only for people who live and work downtown, but also people who are visiting, who might have an event at the convention center, say, or haven't experienced much of downtown yet, and getting a chance to do so by way of the streetcar, by way of the parks, but also by way of the artwork.
And then you're having a reception in July. Can you tell us about that?
So the reception is it's kind of a kickoff event, even though a lot of the artworks will have already been up and around in Kansas City. It's an opportunity for people to hear the artists speak about their work, and an opportunity for questions or thoughts that, you know, as people are kind of engaging or experiencing this artwork all over, it's a chance to come out to the kickoff or opening reception and talk to the artists directly. And that event is going to be July 19th at the Central Downtown Library on their top floor. And the reception is from 6 to 8. The artist talks will be from 6 to roughly 6:30, and then the reception will follow.
Great. Thank you, Jessica, for telling us about Art in the Loop and all of the components that are here in downtown Kansas City, Missouri. We look forward to seeing them, and if they want more information,
they can go to artintheloop.com, the Facebook page, or access it by way of the Downtown Council's website. And thank you so much for having me. It was awesome to talk about such great artwork this summer.
That's happening all summer long.
Yes.
The Neighborhood Tourist Development Fund supports local nonprofits that bring cultural, social, educational, and recreational activities to our area. To learn about additional upcoming events, visit kcmo.gov/ntdf.
Buying fresh local produce is always a fun way to spend the Saturday morning at the city market, but now shoppers can have a little shopping fun on Wednesday nights as well. The city market has launched the Wednesday evening market each week from 4 to 7 p.m. through September. The Wednesday evening market features a selection of specialty farmers, artists, and cooking demonstrations, all set to live music in a relaxed, open-air atmosphere. Several city market shops and restaurants are also open. For additional information, visit their website at thecitymarket.org. To view this program again or other Channel 2 videos, go to kcmo.gov and search Channel 2. That page has a link to our YouTube channel and all of our great programs that you can view anytime you'd like. That does it for this edition of the Weekly Report. I'm Chris Hernandez. Have a great week.